Hey everyone! In this video, you'll see how to use custom MemberPress blocks when creating pages and posts on your MemberPress site. Blocks in WordPress make building pages and posts easy. A block is a term for any element in WordPress's Gutenberg editor. Gutenberg is the default way to build pages and posts in WordPress. Check out some of the resources in the description for more information on blocks and the Gutenberg editor if you're not familiar with it. So to show you how blocks work, here on my WordPress dashboard, if I go to a page here on my website by going to Pages, and then clicking the edit one that I already have set up, any element that you see on this page, whether that's a header, a paragraph, image, YouTube video, any other type of embedded media, or anything is a block. And to add new blocks, you can toggle the block inserter on right here, and then you see a list of blocks that you can add. Or you can also add blocks right here on the page too. So you just click on one, and it adds it to your page. And then you just enter or select your content by editing the block. And all this works the same for posts too. And then, once blocks are added and your content's inside of them, you can edit the blocks too. So here you can duplicate blocks, you can move them around to reorder them on your page, and you can also create reusable blocks out of them that you can use across your entire site, and a whole lot more. So, blocks in WordPress make it really easy to build out pages and posts without having to mess with complex designs or HTML or anything like that. Okay, so if I toggle the block inserter back on and scroll down, here you can see a section for MemberPress. So these are MemberPress specific blocks that you can use. They'll show up here if you have the MemberPress plugin installed on your site. So in this video, I'm going to show you what each of these MemberPress blocks are and how to use them on pages and posts. So first, I'm going to go back to my dashboard and go to Pages and create a new page to use for this video. And I'll go ahead and give it a title, and then I'll save it. Then I'll open up the block inserter again and scroll down to MemberPress. Now, I'm going to go over each of these blocks pretty quickly, so if you're not familiar with the MemberPress features that they use, you'll find links to each in the video description. So be sure to check those out. Also, you can always hover over each block here, and then you'll get a small explainer of what each one is. Okay, so the first block that we see is the MemberPress account form. This will display the tabs and information fields on your member's account page. So I'll go ahead and click on this to add it to my page. And then I'll go ahead and save my page. And then I'm going to go ahead and open the page in a new tab so I can show you what each block looks like. And here's the account form block on my page. It's got the different tabs found in my member account page, which is the page that MemberPress sets up for your members when they sign up. So instead of your member going to their account page to access all this information, they can just get to it on whatever page and post that you add this block to. Okay, so going back to edit the page, and going back to the blocks, the next MemberPress block you see is account info. So adding this block here will let you display dynamic information about your member. So you can just add the block, and then you make sure the block's selected by clicking on it. And then over here on the right, under Field Slug, choose what information to display. So for example, if I select User Email, it'll display a member's email to them if they're logged in. So for me, it shows my email right here. So you can display whatever information that you collected at sign-up to a member. This includes any custom fields that you made them fill out when they signed up too. So that's what that block does. Moving on, the next MemberPress block that we see is account links. This will insert links to the member's account page and a logout link to logged in members. If the site visitor isn't logged in, it'll display a text link to log in. So this account links block lets you give a convenient way for members to log out or to get to their account page. This could be useful to include on the bottom of pages, for example. So if you had like a really long page of text or a blog post, and you don't have a floating nav bar with a logout or account link on it, you can provide this to your members to give them easy access to their account page or to log out. So that's just one use case example. So if I go ahead and save my page here, and then go ahead and open it in a new incognito window, so I'm not logged in as my site's admin user. So using an incognito window lets me view my site as if I'm a brand new visitor. And then you can see it displays the link to log in, which goes to my login page. And then I'm going to copy the URL for the page here. And then I'm just going to go ahead and log in as a test user account that I have set up on my site. And then going back to my page, now that I'm logged in, it displays the account and logout link. So that's what that block does. Okay, now going back to edit my page. The next block that we see is login form. This will display the username and password fields to be able to log into my site. So I can let my members log in right here on this page instead of having them go to the login page to have to log in. So if I insert the login form block, and then make sure the block's selected, and then here you see an option to toggle login redirect URL. Toggling this on will take your user to the URL you direct your members to after they log in, which is set in your MemberPress setting. And then leaving this disabled will keep members on this page right after they log in. So to show you that, if I go to my dashboard here in a new tab, and then go to MemberPress, Settings, and the Account tab, the URL to direct my members to after they log in is set right here, and mine is set to my home page. So going back to my page, I'll leave this option toggled off, and then I'll save the page. And now when I open the page in a new incognito window again, so again it's like I'm a brand new site visitor, I can see the login form right here on my page. So I'll log in with that test account that I have set up. And you can see it keeps me on this page right after I log in. So closing this incognito window, I'll go back to edit my page, and then I'll select my block here. And then now I'll toggle the redirection on. And then I'll save the page. And then now, opening my page in another incognito window, here's the login form. And now I'll log in as that same test user again. In this time, since that redirect option is enabled, it takes me to my home page, which is set in my MemberPress settings. So you can make it really convenient for members to log into your site anywhere you want with the login form block. Okay, so going back to edit my page, and the block inserter and the MemberPress blocks, the next block is registration. This displays a registration form to a membership that you select. So just add the block, and then select it, and then over here in the block settings, you just select what membership you want to display the registration form for. So I'll select one of my memberships, and then save the page. And then I'll open it up in my new tab here, and refresh. And here's what that looks like. So using this block, visitors can sign up for memberships right on whatever page or post that you place the block on. This might come in handy, say, if you have a long blog post. You could insert your membership registration form throughout the post and make it super easy for people to buy a membership when they're reading it. Okay, so moving on. Back here to edit my page. The next 4 blocks we see pertain to MemberPress ReadyLaunch elements. ReadyLaunch is our automatic page styler that designs your membership-related pages for you right out of the box when you install MemberPress. So to show you some of that, if I go to my dashboard, and then head to MemberPress, Settings, and the ReadyLaunch tab, you can see my ReadyLaunch styling toggled on certain pages like login, registration, pricing, and more right here. Even if you have ReadyLaunch disabled on pages here in the settings, you can still insert and use ReadyLaunch blocks onto pages. If you're not familiar with ReadyLaunch and all this sounds kind of confusing, don't worry. Our support docs page on ReadyLaunch and the links in the description give a lot more information on what it is and how to use it. So before I show you these blocks, I'm going to go ahead and open my dashboard up. And then I'm going to go into Themes, and then change my theme. So I'm going to do this because I want to show you the ReadyLaunch blocks on a theme that I know has a white background, since that's how a lot of them show up in the actual ReadyLaunch pages. So I want to give you the most neutral viewing experience possible for these. But the ReadyLaunch blocks will work on any theme that you have on your site though. So once I have my new theme activated, I'll go back to my page and then make sure everything's refreshed. And then going back to the blocks and the MemberPress blocks. And the first block of the ReadyLaunch group is ReadyLaunch account tabs. If I insert ReadyLaunch account tabs, it'll insert the tabs found on the account page with the ReadyLaunch styling instead of using your WordPress theme. So with that block inserted, I'm going to save the page and then go to my other tab to view it again and refresh. So here's what that looks like. So you can give your members quick and easy access to their account page tabs on any page or post that you want using the ReadyLaunch styling that you see here. And they can also see the contents of each page here too. Okay, so moving on, back to edit my page. The next block is ReadyLaunch Registration. So I'm going to click to insert that. And then with it selected, just choose your membership here. And it inserts your ReadyLaunch styled registration page, instead of using your WordPress theme like we saw earlier with that plain registration block. So you can insert this onto blog posts, pages of content, and wherever else you want to entice people to buy. And then now, opening up in a new incognito window, here's what that looks like now. So it adds that sleek ReadyLaunch styling registration page right on a page or post. Okay, so going back to edit my page again. Next, you see the ReadyLaunch login. This inserts the login form styled by ReadyLaunch. And you can add a custom image to it in the ReadyLaunch settings too. So I'm going to insert that and save it. And then I'll open this page in a new incognito window. Because again, I want to be like a new site visitor. I don't want to be logged in. And here's what that looks like. So again, this lets you give your members an easy way to log in on whatever page or post that you choose. The only difference between this and that other login block is that this one's styled by ReadyLaunch. So going back to the page. Next, here in the block inserter, you see the ReadyLaunch pricing table. So if you have a group set up with multiple memberships, you can just select your group here, and it inserts the ReadyLaunch styled pricing tables. So it's the same idea. You can make it really convenient for people to choose a membership and buy one on whatever page or post that you want. And then when they click a sign up button, they're taken to the membership's registration page. And here you'll see an option to be able to change the button color if you have a membership set to highlighted in the membership settings. So I'll go ahead and save this here. And then I'll go to my tab with my page on it and refresh. And then here's what that looks like. All ready to sell my memberships. Now, these don't look exactly like they do on a ReadyLaunch styled page since it's pulling some sizing and text from my theme, but that'll all depend on the theme that you're using and how your page is designed and how it looks. So before moving on, real quick, I'm going to go back to my dashboard and into themes. And then I'm going to change my theme back to the original one that I was using to show you the rest of the blocks. I like how this original theme looks on blog posts, so I want to use it before moving on. And then once it's activated, I'll go back to edit my page and the blocks. The next one is protected. And this one's kind of a big kahuna. So I'll go ahead and insert it. And the Protect MemberPress block here lets you add a block or a group of blocks under it and protect them right on a page. So you could create a members-only section of content right on a page or post and set it so only certain members can see it. Or maybe only your highest tiered members can see it, or whatever configuration that you want. This could be anything. Say, for example, I have an article or a blog post. The first half of the article could be free for everyone, so I could add a paragraph block, and then I'll just paste the first half of a sample article here. And then I can protect the second half of the article so only members can see it. You can click here to insert whatever type of block that you want inside of it. So in my case, a paragraph block. And then I'll paste the rest of my article. Now with this protected block selected, over here on the right, you'll select the rule that will protect it with MemberPress. So for this, real quick, I'm going to go to my dashboard, and I need to create a special rule in MemberPress for this. So I'll go to MemberPress, Rules, and Add New. And then I'll select Partial here from the dropdown. Partial rules let you protect whatever content that you use them on, which we're going to do here. See our support docs for more information on partial rules and how to use them. So I'll just give this rule a name, just so I know what it's used for later. And then I'll select both of my memberships here. So only those with one of my two memberships here will be able to access content protected by this rule. And then I'm going to click here to save the rule. Once it's saved, now going back to edit my page, I'll refresh it, and then select my protected block. And then here I'll select partial article, which is the rule that I just made. And then here you'll see some options that you can set that will dictate what happens when users try to view the content. So under If Allowed, you can choose to either show or hide the block if people have access to it. So in my case, if a site visitor has one of my two memberships and they're logged in, I want to show the content in the block, which is the rest of my article. Choosing Hide right here could be useful, say, if you have a block with special information on a blog or somewhere selling visitors on a membership. So you could use this to hide it from members to not annoy them, since they already have a membership. Okay, so then, under Unauthorized Access, you'll select what people who don't have access to it see. You could leave it set to Hide, which won't show what's in the protected block at all. Or you could show a custom message, a login form, or both a custom message and a login form. I'll go ahead and select both. And then right here, you can type a message. I'll just say, sign up for a membership to finish reading. And then I'll save all this. And now I'll open my page again in a new incognito window. And here's what that looks like. So you see the first half of the article, which is set to be viewable by everyone. And then you see that message that I set up. So it's paywalling the rest of my article. And then here, when I log in as that test user, which is a member, I can see the article now. So you can use this protected block mixed with partial rules in MemberPress to create a paywall type of experience right on your pages and posts. Okay, so back here on my page, moving on to the last few MemberPress blocks. Next, we see subscriptions. This will show a member what membership they have. And here you can see more options to display additional information, or what shows when someone isn't logged in or when they don't have an active subscription. But I'll just leave it set to its default, and then I'll save the page. And then real quick, I'll open my site in a new incognito window again. And then I'll log in as a test user. And then here, back on the page, you can see that it tells the user that they have a yearly membership. So that's what that block does. Okay, so back to edit my page. The last MemberPress block that we have is download. If you have the MemberPress Downloads add-on installed, you can display downloadable files that you have uploaded to your site. So I'll go ahead and add the Downloads block. And here under Select a Download, I can choose what file I want to display, like this ebook. Or if you have a bunch of files uploaded, like a bunch of ebooks, you can display a list of download links for them by toggling this Display a Downloads List on. And you can set a limit on how many are displayed, and select to display files with a certain tag or category that you have. So as an example, you could have a bunch of ebooks to teach the Japanese language. And in MemberPress Downloads, you'd just apply the same tag or category to all of them. And then you'd select that tag or category here. But for this example, I just want to display the one ebook, so I'll toggle this off, and then I'll just choose to display the ebook. And then now I'll save the page. And then here in my other tab, I'll refresh the page. And here you can see the download link for the ebook. And that's it. That's all the blocks. You've now seen how to use MemberPress specific blocks in WordPress. See our knowledge base page on Gutenberg blocks for more information. And be sure to follow our blog and YouTube channel for all of our latest tips and tricks on all things MemberPress. Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, be sure to like, subscribe, and check out our other videos that makes getting MemberPress up and running a breeze.